Forget your fucking weaknesses. Forget that shit. Beef up your strengths to the extent that you got any. And everybody's got at least one strength. Play off your strengths. It's a lot easier to make your strengths better than your weaknesses good. Play off your strengths, you know. And dress the part. Dress for success. People will give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't understand that looking for money in deals is a full-time job. You hear me flapping my old lips about it, but looking for money in deals is a full-time job. Looking for money in deals is a full-time job. And you can't outsource it. You heard Matt say, I outsourced it, I hired somebody to make the calls. Doesn't work. Why? Matt said because they don't have the passion. And they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You give some guy in Cebu, Philippines, a script. He'll say the script, but that's it. He can't sell it. 95% of everything you do has nothing to do with making any money. 95% of, no matter what business you're in. So when you say I try to focus on one or two things a day, try to focus on one thing. From 9 till 10 in the morning. If it's not complete by 10, focus on it from 10 to 11. If it's not complete focus. For those of you that have more than one business, just turn the keys on them. Everybody, for staying, turn the key. Close them. Close them down. Close them down. 98% of all the business ideas that come to me aren't worth a shit. And 75% of those 98 you've been fiddle-farting around with for years. That's your way of not having to face the fact that one, it was a shit idea. And two, you got to come up with another idea. And three, you can procrastinate. It's like, again, I go back to a bad relationship. She wants to get rid of you, but oh God, I got 6 years invested in this asshole. Or he wants to get rid of her. The girls seem to be smiling more about this than the guys. I mean, the devil you know isn't as bad as the devil that you don't know. That's right. Keep shaking your head up and down. That's right. So you just eliminate most of it. Go back and find, where did you make your money last month? If you're engaged in stuff that you didn't make any money in the last 6 months, close it down. Fear is self-induced. I mean, I can't make you afraid. You have to make yourself afraid. I can't make you perspire and sweat. Only you can. Although some people that have attended the seminar say, I can make you sweat. I can make you anxious. But it's not what happens to you in life. And this is one of the things that my children have had difficulty understanding. It's not what happens to you in life. It's how you interpret what happens to you in life. And so if I call you a meaningless cunt and I get in your face and you start to sweat and cry, it's because how you're interpreting what I'm telling you, and based on your accumulated experience dating back, some say to the second trimester. I don't know about that, but certainly from when you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, that your mom or whoever raised you has dealt with you. If you're going to sports bars and belching and farting, watching football matches now, in 20 years you'll be the same guys. Maybe 2 or 3 of the guys will be different, but you'll still be belching and farting and think it's funny. Yeah, but I mean, Elon Musk doesn't go to Super Bowls. Elon Musk doesn't go to the World Basketball Championships. I mean, I don't. I mean, the guys that you see aren't those guys. And the eagles fly above, eagles fly alone. I got 2 or 3 guys I know for 50, 60 years. That's the extent of my friends. You know, I see them 2, 3 times every other year, and that's it. We're not hanging out. We're not, you know. It's hard. It's hard. You have to get used to being alone and not being lonely. It's lonely at the top. And whoever said it's hard to get to the top, but it's harder to stay there. You know, I've been from the penthouse to the shit house a couple of times, and I didn't like the shit house. So I made sure I got right back to the penthouse as fast as I could. But now, I mean, people look up to me. I've got a big following, but my demographics have changed from 25 to 50 in age to now 15 to 30. We have kids as young as 15.
So you had 15-year-olds coming to you, and even now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're looking for advice. They're looking to get ahead.
What they're looking for is leadership. They're looking for guidance. They want to be told, contrary to what some people think. I don't give them 3 or 4 choices. I give them one choice. And you want to do it or you don't want to do it. It's up to you. You know, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Kids are not programmed for success. Nobody in this room is programmed for success. Because most of you are old enough, you should already be super successful. The good news is, it's not too late. You were programmed to be mediocre. You were programmed to be average. You were programmed to be an also-ran. And I've had mothers, daughters, sons, grandparents sitting around this room. And when I say that, the daughter looks at the mother looks at the dad, and they all shake their head yes. The seminar is really about the psychology of fear. Because everybody's afraid, myself included. And it's not what happens to us in life, guys and gals. It's how we react to what happens to us in life. That's the difference. You know, Winston Churchill writes about being afraid. Teddy Roosevelt writes about being afraid. But it's the action we take in spite of that fear that differentiates us. And the guys that are the high-performance guys learn to deal with it the best. I deal with it pretty damn well, and the kids that I've trained over these years. But the people that have created the billions learned how to deal with their fears. And I was asked many years ago at a CEO club in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, Dan, what do you attribute your success to? And in the back of the audience, another guy said, not the first guy that asked me, that was sitting about here, balls or brains, Pena? Can't say Pena, he's an ignorant fuck. Balls or brains? And I immediately said, without even thinking about it, 50-50, cunt. And that's what I do attribute my success to. 50% balls and 50% brains. Now, as I've gotten older, I use more brains and less balls. But when I was young, as young as some of you in this room, it might have been 80-20. Now, and unfortunately, with the greatest respect to the one woman in the audience, some of you don't have any balls. Some of you should squat to take a pee. It's going to be tough for you. Not impossible, but pretty fucking tough. And for those of you that are on YouTube, if you've got to squat to pee and you're a man, you got a major fucking problem.